Welcome to the video lecture series on Python programming. In this video, I am going to discuss about the Lambda functions. In the video, first I will discuss about the Lambda function, which is an inline function used in Python, and some examples based on the Lambda function and other exercises so that you can solve those exercises at your home. Lambda function. Lambda function is basically an inline function if we want to execute a statement of a single line or only a single expression, then we can use a lambda function. In this type of function, the name is not required. We need a variable which stores the value, the return value of a function. And as we know that in the previous video I have discussed about user defined functions, which starts with def, means the defining the function. Here the lambda function starts with lambda. No def keyword is required and no colon is required to create a scope. Scope is required when we have multiple statements or we want to make a body for a particular function. In case of lambda function, a single line is used to express everything. Take an example. If I want to create a function which works with a single expression like a number plus 3. In this case, we can use lambda space the argument and then the expression after the colon. Here the argument or the parameter is basically which we are using here. It can be a single or two arguments we can pass or three arguments. So it's up to the requirement, and based on those arguments, what is the working of the function, which is mentioned in the expression part. Take an example, lambda, then the value a. After the colon, we are expressing it a plus 3. What it means is, take an example here and I am going to show you the content. This. In this case, whatever I am going to take in a, it is going to add 3 in it. Now, this is a single line function which starts with the lambda, known as lambda function. This function returns a value, but this return value need to be stored or need to be called. In this case, if I am using this, it will give an error that we are talking about the lambda function which is part of main. Now we need to pass it somewhere. Here this lambda is in arrows. It means we need to give a name to this lambda. Okay, now I am going to name it. The name is, say, add. Here I am using the a and triple d. This add variable is now a returnable part of this lambda, and we can call a lambda function through this add only. How we are going to call it? To, like this. Here this is the defining of lambda function and this is the calling of lambda function. By default I am assigning the value 2. So a is replaced by 2 and you will see the output is 5, means 2 plus 3 is 5. This is the representation of a lambda function. Now see this, what is the error if we talk about the calling without parameter? In this case, there is a type error that you can read this line. Lambda means the lambda function missing one required positional argument a. So here, if we are doing intentionally or unintentionally the mistakes in writing the lambda function, Python is strictly giving us an indication that missing one required positional argument a. So these type of mistakes can be possible when we are going to write a big code. In this case, these type of errors will notify that this can be removed on the initial stage. The answer is now 6. I have replaced the value of a by 3. Look to the more examples that how we can do the programming very easy with the help of lambda functions. In my last video, I discussed about the function of square. Let's see how we can do this with the help of lambda function. Just create a name which I have taken earlier, sq, and then call the lambda. Take a variable, say x, and what is the expression, what I want to do with this function. So this function is for the square of a number. Here I am going to take the square, that's it. In this case, lambda is my keyword, x is the parameter which I am going to pass here, and this is my expression which I want to do with the function. Now the next is to call the function, and this is the output. See what is the difference between this code and the code which I have shown in the previous one. When we talk about the previous one, this was the code of square, and you can see the difference here. I am calling a def, then creating a function, and then the single statement which returns r, and this is a value. And here this is my lambda function with the help of this sq method, and that's it. Means how easily we can perform the task using lambda. Similarly, you can add the two numbers, as I have shown this example of add. We can take two parameters, like I'm using here now add, and my parameters are say a comma b. Now 3 comma 4, and my function is now changed to single d like this. Here I am passing two parameters. This is my expression, and the function is add. The parameters I am passing, the arguments which I am passing here in the main part is 3 and 4, and this is the result 7. In this way we can create lambda functions in an easy manner to solve the task easily. Now take another example, print a table of x. How we can do this? Generally, when we talk about printing the table in any of the programming language, the process is something like this. Here what we are treating, we are making a user defined function, as I am using here tab of, means table of function, and this table of function is calling a parameter x. In between I am using for I in range 1 to 11 because my by default range starts with 0, and I want to print from 1 till 10 value, then print the number multiply by I. So this is the normal function to create a table, and when I am calling the function with the value 5, it is showing me the value like this, or you can make it more user friendly like this. But we can also create the same program with the help of lambda. How we can do this? For this we can just write tab of lambda and the parameter. So the parameter here I am calling it is x. What this x is doing here, for this I need a for loop. We can also use a for loop in a single line in a square braces, where the for loop is defined here like for I in range which starts from 1 to 11. In this case, in a single line for loop, no scope is required, and just write the returnable value in front. Like I want to return here x into I. What it means, now the 10 iterations will run one by one, and the result is going to return like x into I. This is your lambda function for tab off. Now just call the value tab off, say 5, and you will see the result in the form of list because I have used the square braces, and this is the value. These are some of the examples of functions and how we can do these tasks with the help of lambda function. Now I am going to give you some exercise functions, like to check for a prime number and even odd, and a function for finding the cube of a particular number. But the condition is you need to create the function for each of the problem with the name prime x, even odd x, and x cube. In my next video, I will discuss the solution of these exercises. Thank you for watching the video, and I request you to do more examples on the function so that you can enhance your skills and learn in a better way about the functions. Thank you.